Ladies and gentlemen, it's SOPA Tonight with Tarre Apreala. Tonight, Tarre welcomes Hogan, Lepore, Peg Eitl, Western 12 Sectional Highlights, and Rachel Donaldson. And now, from Lehigh County, here is your host, Tarre Apreala.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Season 2 of the SOPA Tonight. My name is Tarre Apreala. I'm so excited to welcome you to our second season. I guess the networks must have liked what they saw in Season 1. Since we got picked up for the second go of it. If you've never seen our show before, I'd like to tell you a little bit about it. This program that's designed to connect you. That's right, I said it. That's right, I said it. You, with all of our amazing athletes, coaches, volunteers of Special Olympics Pennsylvania. We have so many remarkable people in the Special Olympics Pennsylvania family, and SOPA Tonight is going to bring that family home to you. Before we kick up the notch, Elmer, please don't sue us, please. It's time to check out the Season 1. What was all about? Roll that beautiful bean footage for me. Roll the beautiful bean footage. Bunch of baked beans. Please don't sue us. Please. Wow, we're really packed so much into the first season. I can't wait to kick off the Season 2 and see what else we can learn from each other. I hosted the second episode of the Season 1. If you haven't seen me before, here's a little bit about me. I'm from Lehigh County. I'm an athlete, and also I'm an athlete representative, and also I'm a global messenger. For Special Olympic sports, I really enjoy playing basketball, softball, soccer, track and field, bocce ball, bowling, flag football, and also I did the fitness heptathlon during the pandemic. So it was really the fun event. So, and during the summer, I exercise daily. Walking the neighborhood, did a fitness heptathlon during the pandemic. Yeah, for right now, I'm stay active, stay healthy, staying fit, stay active and stay fit during the pandemic before the in-person competition finally resumed. So thank you all for tuning in. We're going to take a real quick break, and then we'll be back. We're back from our first guest of the Season 2, live from the Hanover Township Community Center training site for Team Bethlehem. All right, welcome back. We've got a great show for tonight, so let's do this. We're going to start with something that has been on top of everyone's mind recently. That's the 2022 USA Special Olympics Games in Orlando, Florida. I can't wait to see the team PA compete in Florida to make all of us proud. There's nothing quite like the USA Games in Orlando, Florida. So this is my shirt right here, the 2014 Special Olympics USA Games. Yeah, me and the Lehigh County, aka the team PA, were the one won the silver medal for the 5v5 soccer competitions. This is a fun experience. The USA Games, the USA Games in 2014 in New Jersey is such a dream come true and a once a lifetime experience for me. We had a blast. It's such a great and a big event. And also I can't wait to for the 2022 the national games on ESPN. So also I can't wait to watch these guys compete. So also I can't wait. Only 247 more days to go. So that being said, I'm honored to welcome Danny Hogan, an athlete from Team Bethlehem, who was selected along with his softball team, Team Wolfpack, to compete at the USA Games. Welcome to the SOPA Tonight, Danny.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Appreciate you joining us for. All right. Thank you for joining us. Danny. So how are you doing today?
Not too bad. How about you?
Pretty good. I'm pretty good. All right, awesome. Would you mind tell everyone watching a little bit about how you got involved in Special Olympics?
Yeah. So it was about 3 or 4 years since I moved here. About 2011, I was introduced to about basketball. It was at Northeast, so I gave it a tryout, did well, enjoyed it. So I started on 3v3, that's where they all start us. And then the same year I moved up to 5v5, and we went to states that year. It was a great experience. So far it was the best time I've had. I was actually playing for about 2 years before I moved to softball. When I moved to softball, I just thought as a sport, fun thing just to do. And over time, it became, part of me, team members, the sport, everything, everyone is a big family. So,
yeah,
and it really perked me up. I got something to look forward to. It's just great.
All right, it's good to hear. Fantastic. So how did you get into softball?
Originally, it was I think 2012 to the 2013 season of basketball. We were running low on people. I moved over to softball because my mom had taught me to go and try softball. I'm like, all right, I'll give it a try. So I gave it a try. I'm like, yeah, I really like this.
Nice.
Yeah, we started down, it was a small program. So we started off, in Division 5, working our way up, bringing in more people, training hard, working hard. It was like every year it got, the more experience we had. It was very like other than, some of the things, it's like part of my life, everything. But I would believe, every year people got better. I mean, everyone was working together. It was just great.
Awesome. What was one of your all-time favorite softball memories?
I have a couple. Is that all right?
Right.
You know, the workouts we do. You know, it's the practice, playing along, catching. I mean, all that good stuff. And then, you know, one time there was a time when we were playing at Penn State. The next year we realized the fence were moved back, and I was told they moved it back because of me. I'm like, what? Am I really hitting it that hard?
Yeah.
And I think it went back about another 50 feet. So yeah.
It's good to hear. It's good to hear. So I want to talk about the moments that you found out that you were going to play at the USA games. I think your mom happens to catch it on tape, and I like to play that right now, and to talk about a little bit about it.
Yeah, that's fine.
To be announcing Special Olympics Pennsylvania
so scared.
softball team selection for the 2022 USA Games in Orlando.
And Becky said it was an honor to win a one to US Games in 2014. It was one of the most amazing experience I have never had. My favorite moment is the Western and meet different people, right? I can't wait to see who will be joining Pennsylvania and have to have a wonderful experience.
So scared.
We are here this section.
I'll just make sure I work harder next time if we don't.
Thanks, Jeremy.
I can't even look. I don't even want to
Athletes
look.
who will be representing Special Olympics Pennsylvania in softball at the 2022 USA Games are Michael Bartek, Evan Harris, Daniel Hogan, Seth Holland, Timothy Moyer,
We made it!
Hillary Stonewall,
We made it!
Christopher Wasowitz, and Christopher Wasowitz. Congratulations to the Pack Attack from Bethlehem City and their coach Karen Hogan. I can't wait to see what all you accomplish on the field next year.
Danny, are you okay?
I know we are going to see
Okay.
from
You did it. All your hard work paid off.
at USA.
Okay.
Wow, that was such a powerful clip. What were you thinking in that moment?
I wasn't thinking when I heard. As soon as I saw, you know, originally I just saw the background before the names come up, and I knew we were picked, and nothing was going through my. Actually, the only thing going through my mind was, you know, I started to cry because, you know, I've worked 10 years in Special Olympics. I know people have been working 20, 30 years just to get here, and I appreciate everybody's work. You know, we're all striving to get to the games, and I hope everyone gets to eventually. But, you know, for me, that video was about that. You know, it's just a lot of hard work. I've put a lot of sweat, blood, and tears in everything I do. I put a lot of dedication. Everything has to be 100% for me. It's just who I am.
It's really once in a lifetime experience. What was some of the things you're going to do to prepare?
One of the things I prepared to do is, you know, COVID has hit pretty hard for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has their ways of doing things, but for me, I plan on retraining my body. I also, be prepared. You know, I think next year we'll be starting. Practice again. We'll be doing outside as well. It's a tough question, but for the most part, I'd say just getting prepared. Just gotta be ready for anything that comes along.
That's awesome. It sounds like you're going to be really busy landing up to next summer. Well, Danny, I want to thank you so much for joining us tonight. It was an honor and a pleasure to get to know you, and I can't wait to cheer you and the team Wolfpack and on Orlando, Florida. Good luck to you, my friend, and your
Thank
team.
you very much.
All right. We'll be right back with more SOPA Tonight right after this. And in a word of the legendary Ira Glass, stay with us. Welcome back, everyone. We're going to talk to more Team PA athletes who will be heading to USA Games throughout the season of the SOPA Tonight. So stay tuned for more in a future episode. Now it's my pleasure to welcome our next guest, Monica Lepore, a swimming, basketball, and soccer coach from Chester County to SOPA Tonight. Monica is a professor emeritus after 37 years at Westchester University of Pennsylvania. Her area of expertise is adopted physical educations, adopted aquatics, and also sports camp programming for children with disabilities. She's the chair of the Starfish Aquatics Institute and author of the upcoming Adopted Aquatics, the instructor certifications. It's so great to have you on the show tonight, Monica. How are you doing today?
I'm doing really great, Tarre. I'm so excited to be here with you, and I want to hear more about what we are going to talk about today.
Yeah, can't wait. So that's awesome. So I feel tired just reading all the amazing things your accomplishments. How have you managed to be so many places at once?
Tarre, a lot of people ask me that question. For some reason, I was born with a lot of energy, and I continue to have a lot of energy even though I'm retired. I love doing things, and I love to live my life to the fullest. And doing things with my Special Olympics athletes are part of the things that motivate me to be very energetic.
That's great. That's great. Can you tell me a little bit more about some of the most memorable things you've done as a coach?
Oh, there are so many. And one of them is we probably spent at least 2 seasons before we actually went to a competition. And that first time we went to a competition, we were at Villanova or maybe Stroudsburg or something. And the look on the athletes' faces for when they competed, and it was just outstanding. But I have to tell you, even more is when the parents and the families, they saw their kid, right? It might have been even a young adult, but it's still their kid. They saw their child participate in sports and they had never participated before. And the families were so proud. And it just made me realize that, that is really a big part of why I want to continue, not only just the athlete development, but the families being so proud of their children, even if their children are adults.
Yeah, kids, adults, whatever the age, Special Olympics for everybody.
It sure is.
Yeah. So a big focus of yours is on health and fitness for our athletes. So how did you became interested in that?
Well, that's comes right from the fact that I went to college myself to be a physical education teacher, a health and PE teacher. So being a physical education teacher, kind of everything revolves around getting my students or athletes physically fit and healthy. So that is the bottom line of my entire profession. So when I started Special Olympics, I knew I wanted to keep going with that. And a couple of years ago, when we started with the Fit 5, I got really involved and started that with my team and became trained in that. And now I'm looking forward to the next level of what we're going to be doing with our fitness.
Sounds great. Sounds pretty cool. What would you say are the most important things an athletes can do to stay healthy?
Wow. I think there's so many things, but I think I can kind of break them down into a couple of things. I know I'm going to say something that other people are going to say like, what? But getting enough sleep. Getting enough sleep is kind of one of the major things. You can't go out and move and run and bike and swim and things like that if you don't have the amount of sleep that you need. And depending on your age, some people need between 7.5 and 9.5 hours of sleep. So it is really important that you kind of look up and find out for your age, what is the right amount of sleep. For me, I like to get 8 hours of sleep a night. That's what I always try to do. And even if I don't sleep the whole time, I try to at least have 8 hours where I'm laying down in bed with my feet up and the lights out. So even if I might not sleep 8 hours, I will definitely have a rest for 8 hours. So that's one thing. Of course, one of the things that we're talking about is, of course, sports and fitness. So having a good amount of physical fitness activities. So all of us really should be moving for 60 minutes a day. That would be a really great recommendation, especially children moving around for 60 minutes a day. And you don't have to do that all at once. So if you have practice, Special Olympics practice, you'll get your 60 minutes that day. But what happens the rest of the week when you don't have practice? So try to take some walks, ride a bike, do some fitness videos, maybe do a little kickboxing or shadow boxing, dance for a certain amount of time. During the pandemic, we used like plastic bottles of shampoo to kind of do weights with and things like that. Nice. Or those bands that you can use for resistance. It doesn't all have to be sweaty. It does have to be, at least some of it has to be where your heart rate goes higher than your normal heart rate and you could feel yourself getting tired. There should be a portion of every day where you get the chance to do that. And so that besides sleep and fitness, of course, healthy eating. And that one is a little bit more hard for people, especially Special Olympians who usually don't make their own meal. So if somebody else is in charge of the meal, you kind of just eat what they give you. So I think it would be empowering for Special Olympians to learn more about the kind of things that are more healthy to eat and maybe talk to their family or whoever they live with that they could maybe incorporate more of those things. You don't have to eat raw spinach, okay? But maybe you can substitute kale chips instead of potato chips because kale has a lot more nutrients and sometimes they're baked instead of fried in an oil. But those are the kind of things, maybe people would like to have some chocolate. So maybe to choose the dark chocolate, which is a little healthier choice. So I don't think that you have to like be eating spinach every day, even though I love spinach, but trying to make better choices, trying to have something else to drink, maybe water with some lemons or limes squeezed in it instead of the soda that you might have. So I think a lot of people are really trying to do that. So sleep, fitness, healthy eating, And of course, one of the things is to make sure that you have the right amount of water every day. Not everybody needs the same amount. So you shouldn't just take this big gallon jug and say, everyone needs to drink all of this every day. If you feel yourself getting thirsty, you should go and get a 8-ounce glass of water or a bottle of water, and you should drink it over the next half hour. And if you drink water several times a day, that will be good for your hydration. So sleep, fitness, nutrition, and hydration are some things that are probably things that will help you stay healthy. And the last one is to be mentally healthy. So it's a really good idea to engage people. So right now, the two of us are talking, we're communicating. That's good for mental health, especially if you spend a lot of time by yourself. People spend time by themselves. Talking to other people, expressing your feelings, maybe writing or typing your thoughts out every night. Some people even have some spiritual things. They might do things that will help them spiritually or emotionally. I think those are the things that I would think are part of keeping everyone healthy.
Yeah, great tips. So the great advice for us, especially the mental. Like I said, mental is more important as physical.
Well, if you're not feeling so good mentally, you probably are not going to sleep as well. You might not even want to go out and exercise. So you're right. Your mental health is so important because it helps you to regulate all the other things and think about, I'd like to do this, and I think it's good to do this. So you're right.
Yeah, mental is no joke. Neither is physical.
Right.
All right, now we got this pleasant treat out the way. It's time to get serious. We're going to play a games. We're calling it the teacher trivia.
All right, I'm ready.
Since you spend so much time of your life dedicated to education, we figured we quiz you on some of the most famous pop culture teacher out there.
You're gonna find this very interesting because I'm not that good at pop culture, so let's hear it.
All right, I'm going to read 8 names. You'll have to tell me whether it's the real fictional teacher or one we completely made up.
All right, I'll give it a try.
Are you ready to play?
I'm ready to play.
All right, here's the first name. Mr. Feeney.
Mr. Feeney! He's from TV show. Yes, he's a fictional character in a TV show that was a teacher, Mr. Feeney.
So you're correct. The real is correct.
Yes, you didn't make him up.
That's great, you didn't make it up. Jimmy Klimske. Real or fake?
I say fake.
You're correct.
Woo! 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 Woo!
That's great.
Woo!
All right. The next name is Edna Krabappel.
Oh my, Edna Krabappel. I am gonna say that you made it up.
Actually, it's a real character, so it's real.
Darn, I never heard of Edna.
The next name is Walter White.
Walter White. Mr. Walter White is nobody I ever heard about, so I'm gonna say that somebody made it up. I don't know. My
Actually,
answer is
real.
Fake.
It is real. It is real.
Who is Walter White?
They're from Breaking Bad.
Oh,
That's the name of the show.
You know who I have to have here? My sister. My sister is the queen of pop culture. I should have her here. I did know Mr. Feeney. I was lucky that at least I knew one.
The next name is Miss Frizzle.
I know Miss Frizzle. Miss Frizzle is a great character teacher. She was wonderful. I want to say it was the Magic School Bus.
I do remember that show.
Yes.
It is a real show. I remember that 90s. I remember that 90s. I watched it all the time at the school when I was in elementary school.
It was really, really great. Everybody loved it, didn't they?
The 90s, they got some great music. The 90s, they got some great shows. They got the 90s, they got nice everything. They got some great culture in the 90s.
Absolutely.
Next name is Coach Steve.
I think Coach Steve was a comic kind of character. I'm not sure if it was in The Simpsons or not, but Coach Steve looked like he was from The Simpsons. He was like a funny kind of cartoon character, right? He was so weird looking though. And they made him just look so strange, that's all.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was a real character, that's for sure.
Well, that's so much fun. And
Thank
for the record,
you.
I'm just thinking you're a better teacher than all of them, except maybe Miss Frizzle.
I know Miss Frizzle is something else, man.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming to our show tonight, Monica. Hopefully, I'll see you at the Fall Fest, and thank you again for all the awesome health and wellness tips.
Yeah, thank you so much. Bye, everybody. Have a great night. Nice to meet you, Tarre.
Folks, we'll be right back after the beat.
With a friend? No way!
Cruising on down Main Street, you're relaxed and feeling good. Next thing that you know, you see an octopus in the neighborhood, surfing on a sine wave, swinging through the stars. Take a left at Human Testing, take your second right past Mars on the magic scuba, navigator nostril, climb on the magic.
Welcome back, everyone. Our next guest is an incredible person. His name is Joe Eitl from Montgomery County. And a little less than a year ago, he became the first person with Down syndrome in the world to receive a simultaneously heart and liver transplant. The road has been an unbelievable, complex, and emotional for Joe and his family and his friends. Months and months spent in the hospital, sleepless night, unexpected setbacks and complications, a difficult process, but the great news is Joe is back home in Montgomery County, and he and his family, and he and his mom Peg were kind enough to join us tonight. I think that I can speak for everyone, Joe, when I say it is an honor to welcome you and your mom to the show. How are you doing today? How are you feeling today?
I'm fine.
He's feeling pretty good, and thank you. It's lovely to be here.
So great, so great, so great to meet you. So honored to meet you. It's a race to meet you. I can't even imagine the journey you've been on. What would you like to everyone to know? What you've been going through?
What's the most important thing you want people to know about what you just had happen?
No.
You don't know? What's the most important thing? Well, Tarre already shared with everybody that you got a new heart and a new liver. You feel pretty lucky to have gotten them?
Yeah.
So good, so good to meet you. As your day to turn into months in a hospital, how did you find strength to keep going and power through your recovery?
It's a good question. How did you get through it?
Long time.
It was a long time. How did you do it? They want to know. He's not sure how he got through it. But I can tell you, he had a lot of help. Help from
Nurse and doctor,
doctors and nurses that were amazing, and your friends
my family,
and your family. He had a lot of support over this last year to get him through, right?
and yeah,
And who?
man,
And the mail. Oh, yeah, he got a lot of cards from a lot of friends. Mail really helped. There were some really hard days, and when the mail came, that gave Joe something to be happy about.
Okay, it's good to hear. So what was the hardest part of this whole thing?
What was the hardest part? Tell him, what was the hardest part?
yeah.
Why?
Oh, yeah.
So he wants you to know that some of it was hard. The hard part was not feeling good. There were some days where he felt really, really sick and really hurt, right? There was a lot of pain,
Yeah,
a lot of pain. And he doesn't like to think about all of that. He doesn't like to go back and think about that. That was the hardest part.
It seems like that there were a lot of good moments mixed in with a tough one. What was some of your favorite memories over the past year?
Do you want to tell him about the hospital and you
yeah,
taking Special Olympics to the hospital?
yeah.
Go ahead, tell him.
I play a bocce
You were playing bocce
in the hallway.
in the hallways. You taught some people how to play bocce, right?
Yeah,
A lot of people.
yep.
And what else? We play some other games in the hospital?
Oh, yeah,
What?
big bike toss.
Beanbag toss, but what other Special Olympic sport were you doing at the hospital?
Basketball.
Basketball, yeah, we set up some basketball, didn't we? You had a couple of the therapists set up a whole thing for you and you were having competitions?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, you were lucky. He had some really good nurses and really good physical therapists and speech therapists and respiratory therapists. Yeah. He made a lot of friends down there. And yeah, we brought Special Olympics to Vanderbilt University Hospital, right?
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that was fun.
It's pretty nice. So when is the very first thing you did when you get back home?
What's the first thing you did when you got home?
Good.
Do you remember out in the driveway?
Oh, yeah, Brady.
Brady. His first thing that he did was play with his dog. He hadn't seen his dog in a long time.
Oh, really?
His dog came running outside of the house when he pulled into the driveway, and they spent a lot of time playing with ball and throwing it around out in the driveway. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice. Can you just tell me a little bit about the workout warriors and what they means to you?
He wants you to tell him about the workout warriors.
Because they exercise.
Yep. Gina helped you exercise, right?
Yeah,
And Mark would encourage you.
yeah,
Yep. You couldn't do everything they could do, right? So we accommodated, didn't we?
yeah.
The workout warriors were wonderful, Tarre. When he was in the hospital, he had to learn how to walk again. And walking was really important. So although he couldn't do all the exercises that his teammates were doing, we improvised a little bit in the hospital. And we came up with some things he could do. So he was able to ride a bike and he was able to get up and walk. And what else did you do?
That's that.
You walked on some steps, didn't you do some weights too?
Yeah, definitely right.
He did some weights. So he couldn't do everything they were doing, but we were recording what he was doing and he was submitting that to his teammates. And he got to join the calls. We would do a video show just like this, and he was able to see and talk to his teammates. Right?
Yeah, the Chester, they got a cool names. The cool names, the workout warriors. That's a cool name.
I agree. Pretty appropriate.
Yeah, you can say that. So, do you have a favorite Special Olympics memory?
What's your best memory?
Tennessee.
But what in Tennessee? What was your best memory of Tennessee?
Best man Steve.
See, Joe made some new friends while he was in Tennessee. He's actually looking forward to going back. We're gonna go down there
Thanksgiving.
just before Thanksgiving to celebrate his 1-year anniversary. And he's gonna get to see his new friends, Steve and Abner, and some of the nurses and doctors that he got to know down there.
That's pretty nice. How long have you been living with? How long have you been living in Tennessee?
How long were you in Tennessee?
Long time in Tennessee.
A long time. So we went down we actually were down there for a few months back in April and May of 2020. And then we came home and Joe was charged with getting stronger. At that time, he wasn't strong enough to survive the surgery. So they sent him home with a list of things that he needed to do. He came home and you did them all, right?
Yep.
You worked, you got stronger. We went back down again in October and we were there all the way through until April, right?
Yeah.
April of this year. And then we had him transferred from that hospital up to a Philadelphia hospital where he got the rest of his care before he came home.
That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. It's good. It's good to hear that. What's your favorite sports to play for Special Olympics?
Boxing.
Bocce. What else do you play?
Basketball. Bowling.
Bowling.
Oh yeah, and floor hockey.
And floor hockey.
Oh, floor hockey. Okay, yes.
But bocce's your best, right?
Yeah, boxing is best.
And who's your partner?
My best man, Mark Graham.
It's best man Mark Graham. Joe and Mark Graham are a pretty good team.
That's pretty nice.
I have a gold medal.
You have a few gold medals, don't you? I can think of one thing I would like to say.
I have some you too.
We're we want everybody to know how very grateful we are. Joe got the gift of life because somebody was willing to make an organ donation. And he wouldn't be here with us today if it weren't for the fact that somebody was willing to do that. So we are very grateful and we are always thanking God that we were able to get this far because of somebody else's selfless gift, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we're pretty grateful.
Amen to that. It's great. It's great to hear. Such an inspiration to hear. So really good. So really great to meet you, both of you.
Thank you, and it's been great to talk to you as well. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know I spoke for all of us as Special Olympics Pennsylvania when I say that I can't wait to see you back out there in the field. I wish you and your family nothing but the best as you can continue this journey. Thank you all so very much for spending some time with us tonight. And we'll be back. We'll be back after this, everyone.
Thank you. Peace out.
And that's when I knew that I was home and my life will begin. Didn't believe it was true till I met somebody. I met somebody like you. Had no direction.
Welcome back. One of the most exciting things about this fall is that Special Olympics Pennsylvania is getting back to an in-person event. Two of those events, the Western and Central Fall sectionals, happened last Sunday. We sent some of the cameras to the Western Fall sectionals to see what it felt like for athletes to be competing again in person for the first time in more than 15 months. Check it out.
It was very good. I like playing again. It's very interesting and I enjoyed it coming back again, seeing my friends and competing against other teams.
It's amazing to be back. My athletes were just dying, boring, putting weight on like everybody else. So when we started practice, we had to do a lot of conditioning, and but it means the world to be back. It really does.
Feel good, got the W. Feel good. Me, Will, and Fott, and Freddie Ronzat, and Kevin, Will, and Sean. So no, we make a good team.
For anyone that hasn't joined Special Olympics, I suggested to do it because it's a good exercise for your kids and it's a good experience if you haven't done any sports yet.
Have fun.
Good job. Andy. Good job, Sean. That's more like it. Good job, man. Yeah. All right, line up, everybody. Line up.
Wow, seeing that just makes me so excited for Fall Fest coming up at Villanova. Can't wait for that. Well, we got times for one more guest this evening, and she's the one of our SOPA stars. Please let me welcome Adams County Rachel Donaldson to the program.
Yeah.
How you doing today, Rachel?
Good.
Good to see you. Good to see you. How's your summer been? What kind of things have you been up to?
Tie-dyeing, keeping myself busy, working.
We went to Great Wolf Lodge.
We went to Great Wolf Lodge, the beach.
That's great. Good to hear. So, how did you first get involved with Special Olympics?
Roller skating.
Okay.
My main sport actually is roller skating, actually.
So you always liked roller skate.
I always like to roller skate.
That's pretty cool. That's awesome. I heard that you're a huge sports fan as well.
Yes. I am.
What team do you like?
And what sport?
Any kind of sports.
Oh, my main one's football. Mostly NFL, but I do like to watch some. I like to watch a lot of college football too.
That's pretty
and
cool.
High school and stuff.
What's your favorite team?
Mostly the Dolphins.
Okay.
And the Ravens because I knew some people who work for the Ravens. That's why I like the Ravens.
So you like the Ravens, right?
Mostly the Dolphins.
So you're the Dolphins and Ravens.
Yes.
Yes, especially what a big win for the Ravens when they beat the Chiefs in an exciting game. Lamar Jackson.
I know I haven't seen it, but I have the game coded. I haven't seen that yet because it was a night game. I don't like night games except Thursday nights.
Oh, really? So you're not a night person?
I will watch it, but I mostly just don't. I like day games.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
I need to get my booty sleep.
Oh, really? My favorite.
That's why I don't like night games.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's why I code them a lot.
Wait past your bedtime.
Almost.
Okay. My favorite team is the Philadelphia Eagles.
I have a boy who likes them.
Oh, really? And also like the Philadelphia 76ers. In addition to sports, you've got an awesome dye business. Can you tell me about that?
I make this is a 0 3 months. This This is. I make anything between onesies and all.
Okay, see ya.
And then, yes, I do sell them. Can we keep going, Mom?
Tell you put the tag. Show them the tag.
I do everything by myself. Yeah,
That's
as you
pretty
can tell, I
cool.
was tie-dyeing today. I still am.
That's pretty cool. That's fantastic. Can you just show me some of your design and let everyone know at home know how
I could. I can
you
go
make 'em?
outside. I do. It's very hard when I don't. It's already made.
Okay.
I can show you outside quick. I have one in it.
Rubber bands around it.
Yep, and I put rubber bands on it. First, I take about 20 minutes to soak in the soda out, and then when it's done in 20 minutes. This is what soda ass is.
Okay.
And I put in hot water. So the white, putting it away so it soaks in about 20 minutes. And then when it's done, I rinse it out. And I dye any color people want to do. Like I have an order of pink and purple.
So take the pink bottle. Can you see?
2 XLs outside waiting for me to rinse out tomorrow. And then the next day I rinse it out. And I use anything between bottles or packs. I put packs because I only have tons of bottles.
Nice.
And yeah, and then I sell them. Takes like 2-day project. And then when it's done, I rinse them out. When they dry. I
show them the tag.
I tag them try to tag them with the right size. It says on the shirt.
Tell them you have a Facebook page.
And I have a Facebook page. If I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, hold there.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Anything else you need to know?
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So how long have you've been a tie-dye business?
3 or 4 years, I guess. I only do it in the summertime.
Oh, summertime. Okay.
Because it's getting too cold and you can tell it gets too messy, and I don't want my mother to scream at me because it's too messy.
Yeah, it's messy when you. Yeah, it should be messy when
And
you make a tie-dye shirt.
Tie-dye face mask.
Okay.
Oh, but that's longer.
Nice.
I tie-dye socks. I tie-dye anything. Oh yeah, I tie-dye my own underwear.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Well, thank you so much for sharing your talents with us, Rachel. I hope to see you in person soon, so I can buy a t-shirt, and we'll be back to call it a night after these messages. Well, that's a wrap for the first episode of season 2. I hope y'all enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed hosting. Be sure you tune in our YouTube, Facebook for more information on the rest of the season 2 episodes, as well as the latest SOPA updates. For everybody here at SOPA Tonight, I'm Tarre Apreala saying so long and choose to include.